Oh, you're shitting me. I have to do this stuff again? This thing busted my balls on the first time I went through Anniversary. Now you're making me do it again? What the hell, guys? You know how tough it was to find all those elites on keys? Not easy. Leave it where it lay and look out for the little guy. I made a video on that. I have to do it again? What are you doing to me? Oh God, not this again. Not this one again. Alright, that was tough. That was just tough on its own. But you know what? Fine. You know what? I'll humor you. I'll play it again. I'm gonna do How Pedestrian. Because I already got the one where it was feet firmly planted. And I'm gonna shoot for another achievement. So I'm gonna be a bitch about this and just play it on easy. Because I'm just going for achievements at this point. Yeah. I know all this stuff here. And jeez, at least the hardest one I think so far of the one of the hardest was the achievement Feet Firmly Planted, because that's actually an achievement that is level specific. Well, when I say level specific, I mean there are certain levels where you can't perform it on. Like I wanted to do it originally on the Pillar of Autumn, but I couldn't do it just simply from the fact that at the very beginning of the level you have to jump over something. What that achievement is you have to not jump at all during the entire level. You're allowed to fall from something, but you're not allowed to jump. Feet firmly planted.
Too early. I'm losing her. Brace for impact.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you all right? Can you move?
All right, let's do this.
The impact. There's nothing we can.
All right, at the same time I'm going to shoot for another achievement, which is to destroy 3 of the 4 Banshees. For some reason I never got it. So, whatever.
The Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in a crash. Alert! Covenant dropship inbound.
This is lovely. Especially, I love doing the back button checks here and all the different sort of, you know, the differences between the games. It's really cool, really nice. Okay, there's the first target right there. Like, again, playing it on easy. Yeah, I'm being a bit of a bastard, but you know what? I want that achievement. Alright, 2 down. Oh, it bounced off the left. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna go forward. So, yeah. This is the level where I did on Silent Cartographer. I played on this level first, where I did the Feet Firmly Planted achievement, and that was actually pretty difficult because you have to exercise a lot of self-control in that one. Just mainly because the A button is off limits no matter what you do. It's like a girl on prom night. You do not touch, you do not even look at it. You get through the level in as little time possible, and that is that. Because sometimes you find yourself accidentally pressing the button when you don't mean to. And as soon as you press it, it's over. So far as I know is, well, at least in my opinion here, you have to restart the level if you press the A button. It's just like lay off the little guys or something like that. Or don't sweat a little guy. I forget the name of that achievement. I just looked at it a second ago. Guess I'm being forgetful in my old age.
I'm reading a lifeboat beacon over the next hill. We should check to see if there are any survivors.
Because words cannot describe how pissed off, like going through all the level and accidentally tapping the A button right when you're at the very last lifeboat. Oh, you are pissed. So eventually it just chose do on the Silent Cartographer.
Good to see you, sir. Welcome to the party.
Alright. So we have Johnson trailing right behind me. What the hell are you doing, man?
Heads up! I got a Covenant dropship heading in. Over here.
Oh yeah, this is recording in 30 frames a second. Of course, the Master Chief Collection runs in 60 frames per second, but it's yeah, I don't know why. I just going for graphics this time around. I don't need to, but
It's a mess, sir. What's going on?
just do what comes to mind, you know. Get down, buddy.
Don't worry, Sergeant. We'll stay here until evac arrives.
Oh yeah, I think I also did it on heroic, I think. I also played, yeah, I played that one, but that didn't work out. Then I just went through easy on Sunlight Cartographer. For achievement runs, I'm not really all that
Covenant dropship on approach.
concerned with difficulty level, unless the achievement itself requires me to play it on a particular difficulty, in which place I will play by the game's rules, obviously, if I want that achievement. Like, as I stated before, I gotta do that just happened. And it looks like I'm not gonna be able to work my way around it this time around. I've actually got to play it with a regular ammunition count. Because I got the achievement for that one like a sissy on the Xbox 360 version of Halo Anniversary, where I managed to get through the entire level, but I was only with the use of the bandana skull. And even then, it's actually still kind of difficult because you still got to manage your ammunition. You still got to put your rounds on target.
Another bandit dropping in behind us. They're trying to flank us.
It's the same justification I was using for lay off the little guys. Yeah, you have infinite ammunition, but it's useless unless you actually, you know, hit something. I wonder if I can get the, no, well, I'm definitely not going for the, I'm not going for the part-time on this one. And I've still got ammunition in my handgun. That's a good thing to see. It's good to see that 343 is still doing some updates to the game. And, yeah, like, I've been playing matchmaking. I've recently been getting good games, you know. I've made a couple videos. I haven't uploaded them, but I made a couple videos recorded of the games that I played. And the latency was okay, but I've noticed that it seems that Halo 2 needs the most work. You know what? I got plenty of single-player content to keep me busy. And as I said, I'm still getting into multiplayer games regardless. So, I'm still enjoying it. I don't regret my $60, not at all.
Repeat. Any UNSC personnel respond.
Alright, this is where I start walking.
Roger, Echo 419. This is Fire Team Charlie. We read you. Is that you, Fohammer?
Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you.
Fohammer, we need transportation to the command shuttle.
On one hand, I'm taking a sip of my coffee here.
Look, more lifeboats. They're coming in fast. If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top of them.
Fohammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers.
Roger, Cortana.
That's good coffee.
Okay, Charlie Team, Warthog deployed. Saddle up and give them hell.
Roger, Fohammer. Stand by to evac survivors and transport them to safety.
That's affirmative. Echo 419 staying on station. Fohammer out.
Ha! I don't need a Warthog.
That Warthog if we want to get to the other lifeboats in time.
Oh yeah? Just watch me. I am Usain freaking Bolt. I'm going to accomplish a land speed record here, Cortana. How dare you doubt my ability? On the plus side, it is nice to have a nice leisurely walk. I don't remember the last time. It's been a while since I've actually done this achievement on the original Xbox 360 version. Yeah, it lets you take in the sights. And yeah, this is also where I realized that it's actually physically impossible for me to do the feet firmly planted. Actually, no, because I tried to do two at once. I tried to do the feet firmly planted, and I wanted to do the how pedestrian achievement. But the problem is, I can't complete one without the other because it's impossible to jump this gap here without the Warthog. You have to jump right over. Actually, no. This is not good. I got a grenade jump over, but I'm not sure if I can do that now. Let me shield recharge. I think I just screwed myself there. But let's see. Let's try doing a plasma grenade jump. Yeah, I just screwed myself, Major. Alright, let's try that again. Full health. This is a nice relaxing walk. Oh, I also recently completed the part-time achievement for Assault on the Control Room, where it was called Would It Kill You if Take the Elevator? And that was actually pretty tough because I don't think I've ever done it that way before. Like in all the time, actually no, I lie. I think I've done it one time, but I think that's about it. Where in order to do that, you gotta beat Assault on the Control Room in 15 minutes. Sounds difficult, right? Not really, if you know what you're doing. And the key to doing that is getting down from the bridge at the very beginning of the level. And now that's the difficult part, because, one could say that jumping off like a bridge 1,000 feet will not be very good for your health. Wonderful. I'm also very dangerously low on health. But there's a key to doing it. There's a key to dropping down, and it all revolves around lining up your what am I trying to say here? I'm dumb here. Lining up the edges, the contours of the geometry, and that helps you with your descent. And if you follow that, you can actually get to the bottom, no problem. It's definitely possible. I got the achievement to prove it. One I also got was the Halo 2, I Would Have Been Your Daddy achievement, like getting the skull in that level. And that's notoriously difficult because it's very convoluted. It's a process you've got to do to unlock the skull. Just like in Halo 3, it seems like you couldn't do it legitimately unless you knew what you were doing. Unless you figured out how to do it from another person. Because the way the skull is unlocked involves checkpoints and a lot of steps. Like I said, I don't know how people discovered this in the first place. Because there's no way they could have done it if not by accident. Or if they knew some of the code. Because that was the way, if memory serves me right, that's the way that the Halo 3 I Would Have Been Your Daddy's Skull was actually discovered. Is looking at the game files and figuring out that there was a pattern that one needed to jump through in order to unlock the skull. And that's kind of bullshit, but that's the way that it worked. And that's the way that you unlocked it. It's just the way that it was. And it probably went through the same way for Halo 2. Like, I had to look up a guide to do it because I never actually found that skull on my own in the past 10 years that game's been released. I had to actually get some outside help with it. And all things considered, it was actually still pretty difficult because when you try to find the skull, you have to jump on rooftops and you have to accomplish it in such a way that checkpoints activate. You have to stand sometimes in certain points in order to activate that checkpoint. And even if you follow the steps correctly, there's a 1 in 7 chance that the skull will actually spawn. So you could do all the steps correctly, activate all the checkpoints, go into the right building, and in the end, not find the skull. And you have to restart it over again. You will have to restart it. And thankfully, I actually accomplished that on the second try. I say second because while I was doing it, a jackal pegged me and I had to start back from the very beginning because the checkpoints need to be activated in such a way that I don't know this, but I erred on the side of caution for this one, that if you die during the process, then you have to start all over. Otherwise, it's not all that difficult to do, to be quite honest. How are we doing right now? Not even 14 minutes. Yeah, you know what? Without a car, we are practically rolling. Gotta stop by one of the lifeboats, though, to pick up a sniper rifle and some pistol ammunition. I'll definitely get the achievement for the Banshees, I think, because I already took 2 down on my own. And 2 more will attack you after you find the first lifeboat. And it's gonna be relatively, well, more of a calm walk. I don't want to fast forward. I want to keep this experience intimate. You experience what I experience in this day and age. It's, how far am I away from the car? I'm not even a kilometer away from the car. I'm getting there.
Traffic on the Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted. The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
So, it's, today I'm recording this on December 10th. So that means that there is 19 days, there is a little under 3 weeks until the Halo 5 beta is upon us. I recently watched, I actually don't have a shadow. I thought this was supposed to be new lighting and stuff like that. Now, I actually watched, Ready Up Live, his video and his recent reaction that he put up for the Halo 5 beta. And I gotta say that I agree with him. I'm an old head, really. I've been around ever since the first days of the official Xbox magazine. And I remember when they put up the developer commentary for Halo 1. I remember it was Marty O'Donnell, and who else was it? It wasn't Jason Jones. Was it Michael Salvatore that was doing it, or something else? Oh, God. It was so long ago that I barely even remember it. But I remember the disc as well. There was a demo for Halo Combat Evolved, and there was also a demo for Bloodwake, which was also a pretty neat game. Am I still going to get the musical prompt going through here? I don't remember. It's going to feel so strange. Nope. No, I don't get nothing. No musical prompt. Just get out there. No, to be quite honest, I'm not really looking for a whole bunch of pomp and circumstance. But on the other hand, it does give me the opportunity to really take in the whole site here. You got Threshold back there. It looks really great. I mean, compared to the original version, it really doesn't look all that special. But here, it's given a lot more personality, in my opinion. And, yeah, like it. Yeah, the original one, it looks great, fantastic, because it looks very verdant and all that. But here it looks kind of warm, almost kind of welcoming. Some people, I don't know, some people expressed a little bit of concern over this, because maybe such a place shouldn't be so welcoming. But I think that's actually part of the charm, or it's part of the illusion that this place is such a great place, is that it appears warm and inviting, but instead, you know, it's kind of not so in the very end. Ah, there's a lifeboat. Pick that up, go over there and get the ammunition. Pick up a sniper rifle because my assault rifle, well, of course, on
Lifeboat detected.
on easy tear stuff up.
No sign of survivors.
Like, while it tears stuff up, I agree. It, I don't know, it doesn't have the same sort of, Can't just do that with 7.62, baby. So, I've actually got a little bit of time. I can work in some of my thoughts. I mean, the thoughts are a little bit long overdue with, I like doing that one last, just pure preference. Hang on, I'm gonna erase that jackal. There you go. So, my thoughts on Halo 5 are a little bit long overdue. And now that I got a chance to actually just walk through this and just give my thoughts on the matter, I'm going to do so. I like what I see, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm going to be... At the first time I saw the footage, I think that the first feeling that came to my mind was actually some dread. Like, because of what I was seeing and the fact that there was the apparent use of the aim-down sight mechanic. And I know this now to not be true because just how it works. And the way that I've seen from gameplay, I don't have any personal gameplay to confirm this, but based on everything that I've seen and based on my previous experiences, and based on the fact that at the time of this recording, I have completed Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, but I haven't uploaded all the videos yet. It does not function the same, really.
Concealed in those rocks.
In Call of Duty, you were pretty much required to spend all your time in the ADS. It's a good throw. Yeah, in Call of Duty, you are basically required to stay in the ADS mechanic, because that's just the way it is. You have absolutely no accuracy unless you're point-blank range. He's dead, you fool! Unless you're at point-blank range, you need to be in ADS. You can't hit anything otherwise. And that's just not the case I've seen in Halo 5. It seems like hip-fire accuracy is still a thing. Now, some people have said that the accuracy does indeed increase when you zoom in. And this is true somewhat in the case of, like, the battle rifle and all that, but this has also happened in Halo 2 Anniversary. I've actually done it myself, where I've noticed, well, the Anniversary multiplayer, of course. Where's the dropship, by the way? Where when I do zoom in with the battle rifle, the reticle does actually contract a little bit. In case, it's not so much accuracy, or is it? I don't know. It's more like a tighter spread, to be quite honest. And in any case, you still have your movement. And we've only seen 3 of the maps. Do I have to go up there and talk to those guys? I mean, what the hell? Or are there a couple of cockroaches still hanging around here? I don't think so.
Look, a Mark 5.
Up, here it comes. Where is it at? So in the footage that we've seen so far, we only have 3 maps to go on. It was Breakout, Truth, and and Empire, the city map, and I like city maps. I think they're really cool. How'd you survive that? That's a tank round you're being hit with. And I'm interested to see in what other maps are going to be in there. Like, if they're going to be bringing over some maps that were originally in Halo 2, but now we're moved to Halo 5. I'd like to see that, because if they brought Midship over, then it's possible they're going to bring in others. And I'd like to see what they do in that sort of regard. But I am liking what I'm seeing. I am liking the equal starts. And I actually do like thruster packs. At first, I wasn't too sure, because I thought, well, I'm going back to my original feeling of dread, and I just don't feel it anymore after seeing it all. Here's I say this in a YouTube comment before, that if these changes came immediately after Halo 3 and had been in Halo instead of Reach, it's my opinion that I think the public would have been a lot more open with them, a lot more accommodating. Because in the end, it technically is base movement, technically speaking, since everyone has it. You don't need a power up in order to activate it. And everyone's got these abilities. So in a way, it kind of reminds me of Unreal Tournament. And I loved Unreal Tournament. I mean, 2003... Actually, I like 2003 better than 2004, to be quite honest, because, I don't know, I think it goes back to the demo where you could play on that one psychedelic sort of CTF map. But in Unreal Tournament 2004, you were doing like a cool invasion style thing on a freaking land train, which was awesome, by the way. I can't believe that nobody's done something similar to that. That would be freaking neat. Where you try to steal the Nexus missile. Oh my god, that was an awesome map. But I digress. Unreal Tournament was fun, and it had things like sprint and strafing, where I think you dash in a direction, which seems to function pretty much the same as the thruster pack. And it's also part of my theory that it's simply because Call of Duty used a lot of these elements before Halo 5. Never mind the fact that we didn't see gameplay until well after the E3 announcement. Until the E3 announcement of Halo 5.
I've spotted additional lifeboats in your area. One near the cliff edge, and another near the head of the river. Hard to see from my altitude, but it looks like there are more survivors.
Sniper Rifle looks so ugly.
We're on our way.
Ah, there are the two Banshees. Spinning circles, as per usual. They're gonna come and notice me in a second. There we go. This should give me the achievement. Achievement! If I can't fly, nobody flies. So let's see, what do I think about other things? I gotta talk more about Halo 5. In the sense that, not really gameplay. I mean, we talk a little bit about gameplay, but I also want to talk a little bit about aesthetics as well. See if I can pop this guy from a distance. Distance is 178 meters. Terminated. Windage, nil. Just switch weapons just to... Is it because I'm bored? So, I want to see some more about Forge. I want to see some sort of talk. Like, nothing's happened. It's just our leader's head has been splattered all over the wall. But you know what? Let's continue on patrol. Must be nothing here. My god, the guards in the Elder Scrolls Skyrim had a longer attention span than that. So, Forge. I know that Breakout is a Forge map. And I know that it has a lot of new elements, like putting some reflections into the map. Because if you watch some of the gameplay mode from that game, you can see Spartans being reflected. Or you could also see the way that the ground interacts with grenade blasts and bullets and all that, which is really neat. And some of these changes I think are a little bit overdue. I mean, given the fact that real-time reflection was supposed to be a thing in Halo 3, if I remember correctly. Because remember in the E3 reveal trailer for Halo 3, that had the Chief sort of walking heroically towards the camera, and according to the tech demo of that scene, you could actually see things that were reflected real-time, but unfortunately that took a whole lot of resources, and in the end, it couldn't be accomplished. But now we're actually sort of seeing something like that with the Xbox One. We're sort of seeing that sort of thing. And it's possible that they're going to improve that over time. I mean, I wouldn't complain.
I'll call in a dropship to pick them up.
And some people have been complaining about the demo being 720p. It's 720p a year from release, and it's already in a playable state. How many games do you know of that are in a playable state a full year from release? I mean, I'm sure some exist, but in a way that they're actually allowing their fans to interact with it, that's something that I don't really see all that often. I don't know, people like to be angry. It's easy to be angry, not easy to be happy. People call me a shill. I can assure you right now that I'm not being paid anything. I would love to be paid, but, well, it's not happening.
Foehammer's on station and ready for another pickup.
Affirmative, Foehammer. We're ready for dust-off. Approach when ready. We're going to look for the last lifeboat, Echo 419. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of Microsoft money would be nice. I mean, I'm making a living off minimum wage and all that. Minimum wage that I'm still incredibly thankful for, by the way, if anyone's watching this video.
Warning.
From work.
I've picked up reports that the Covenant has
Hi there.
located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site.
Oh, it's a nice easy walk.
The good news is the captain's still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the entire surviving command crew. Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors. Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
Now, especially on, like, Legendary and Heroic, it's just great to hang back from this little grassy knoll over here and take out some of these coveted bad guys. Just like a Saturday afternoon, shooting aliens in the back of the skull. Die! Let's see, a little present for you, Air Express. Okay, that tree blocked my shot. Wouldn't that be awesome, though, if the trees were accurately modeled with every branch and everything? So, if you threw a grenade, it would just bounce off the branches and just go through the actual structure of the tree itself. Buddy, I can assure you the sniper is not in that direction. I missed. You suck, Chief. There we go. And usually, if you just hang back, you can just take out all the defenders, like all the big players and all that. So by the time you actually get to the Marines, most of the job's already done. Yeah, most you have to just kill a couple more. Covenant, there you go. So going back to Halo 5, in the way that I also like callouts as well. And the reason I like callouts is because the fact that not very many people have their mics plugged in. It's like that was like the glory days of Halo 2 when everyone was talking smack to one another. At the same time, everyone had all their microphones plugged in, so they were able to talk to one another. And it's good to see that proximity chat is back in Halo 2 Anniversary. Okay, let's see if I can take this guy's top off. Yep, there we go. And I like the way that they really call out the locations where the enemies are, because that's pretty useful. Now, I agree that sometimes it might seem a little bit excessive, but it's a good addition, in my opinion. Just needs to be done well. Like, you need to trim a couple of lines, need to add a couple of others, but in a way that you're in a sense that you're making sure that it actually has some place in there. And it sort of fits the demeanor of Spartan 4s, in which they are a lot more vocal, they are a lot more human than the Spartan 2s originally were. I like it. And because I like it, I'm apparently going to be criminalized for it. But what else is new? Where are you, piggy? Oh, I missed. And you're a 2. Whoops, I almost...
Marines! Assemble for evac! Pronto!
How many more are there? Oh, maybe 1 or 2 more. Alright!
I had a shot!
Oh yeah, but I took it, you lazy bum, you. I hear you, piggy boy.
Secure the area before the dropship arrives.
I'll secure it. Just give me a shot.
That's the last of them.
Alright!
I'm on my way.
New traffic on the Covenant battle.
Pretty much 30 minutes exactly. Pretty
Is
much.
being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn. The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin.
So yeah, that was good. I wonder if I'm gonna make another video of this, and I'll also explain a bit more like my Halo thoughts as well. But yeah, those are basically my thoughts. I really like what I'm seeing so far. I really want to play the beta, and I've completed Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, so I'm gonna have a pretty good base for my opinions.
There's our ride. Get aboard and let's...
So that's not uninformed. I know what I'm talking about at this point because I've experienced it, which is more than I can say with a lot of people who are just saying one thing and not actually having the information to supplement their own arguments. In which case, when you play both sides of the fields, literally, you'll actually be able to better explain it. You'll actually be able to sort of have a good argument. And I got the achievement, and also, I don't know, it was, if I took the car, I probably would have actually even gotten the part time if I haven't gotten it already. I don't know. So that's about it. I'm probably going to do another achievement video. It's probably not going to be the library, to be quite honest. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of whatever I decide to make. I almost said the actual playthrough. But I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Actual, and I'm signing off.